Canada has maritime routes, part of an economic structure that goes all the way back to the oceans. Canada is bordered by 3 oceans. The Atlantic, right down that way. The Pacific, down that way. And the Arctic, way up that way. Canada also has the world's longest marine highway.
Marine highway.
Marine highway?
Do you know what that marine highway is named?
No, I don't. No idea.
Called the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Seaway. I'm speaking now with Jeffrey Bean, who is one of Canada's foremost experts on transportation. How are you today, Jeff?
I'm doing fine, Josh.
Great. Hopefully you'll be able to answer a few short questions for me today.
Sure, no problem. Fire away.
First of all, how much water traffic can Canada handle?
Well, Canada is actually very well outfitted. There are over 300 commercial ports and harbors handling goods shipped into and throughout the country.
And what's actually the largest port in Canada?
Vancouver is by far Canada's largest port, handling well over 70,000 tons of goods per year. The next largest port, which is less than half the size of Vancouver, is Sept-Îles in Quebec at just over 21,000 tons of cargo a year. So you can see that Vancouver is the king.
Why is Vancouver so large?
Well, most of our manufactured goods come from the Asia-Pacific region, and that's the closest port.
Can you explain what a marine highway is?
Sure. Canada's Marine Highway, which is known as the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Seaway, it's essentially like the 401 or the Trans-Canada Highway, except on water. There are a lot of large container ships traveling along the seaway, bringing in raw materials and manufactured goods from all over the world.
Okay, well, how much actually travels down the river?
Well, there are over 200 million tons of cargo a year. You might also be interested to know that the St. Lawrence Seaway is the same length as the Atlantic Ocean is wide.
Well, Jeff, thank you very much for your time, and try to stay dry.
Hey, not a problem.
150 years ago or so, moving people and goods by ship was the best way because land routes were undeveloped and unreliable. Travel by ship today is uncommon in Canada, again because of the large landmass. But in some areas it is absolutely necessary. The waters between the British Columbia mainland and Vancouver Island on the west coast, and the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Seaway on the east coast are full of ships and ferries carrying goods, both domestic and foreign, and people. The Arctic regions in Canada are also served by ship, but only for a very short time as the waters are only open for a few weeks during their very short summers.